when I've been asked what my favourite show is, usually the show that comes to mind would be something like Better Call Saul or Avatar: The Last Airbender. But one show sort of sits and rattles around in the back of my head that I'm often a bit embarrassed to mention, and that show is Sofia the First. Sofia the First was a Disney Junior show that aired for 4 seasons. It aired while I was a teenager, and I got into it despite being not the target demographic, which is preschool children. Within the recent news of the new series Sofia the First Royal Magic, which is a carrying on of Sofia's story as she goes into a new school, I wanted to revisit the characters from Sofia the First and see how they would be grown up and what sort of things they would be doing in the future. Okay, so first we have Sofia the First. Sofia was really frustrating, I won't lie. When I was designing her, I kept putting her in these like poofy dresses, which are adorable, but they made her look still so young when I wanted these designs to be proper like adult versions of the characters. I didn't want to make teenagers or like young adult versions, which they ended up, these like original designs ended up looking. So I guess these designs that I've got here are the teenage designs, I guess. I did keep her hair design throughout all my designs because I like it so much. It's based very heavily on Ariel from The Little Mermaid when she's human, and also Anastasia from the Don Bluth movie Anastasia. So yeah, I took some inspiration from those. When it comes to her colour scheme and her outfit, I wanted to keep it relatively the same as it was. The same goes for most of the characters. I wanted them all to still be recognisable as their character, and their costume and their colour scheme is one of those really defining features of each character. So Sofia is still wearing her purpley pink colour scheme. It becomes more pink in the latter half of the series, so I wanted to keep that, and of course keep her amulet because she cannot take it off. We know that for sure. That's a thing she has promised. She will not take it off. And it looks great on her, so she shouldn't take it off. It looks great. So yeah, for the final design, I wanted her to wear something that looked functional, comfortable, and that she could move around in. Of course, I imagine that she would wear big ball gowns for special occasions. She is a princess. But when it comes to Sofia as a character, she seems, very adventurous. She has been doing so much stuff, considering, the fact that she is a princess, but she has been tasked with so many things despite her being a child. So as an adult, I would have thought that she would carry on doing those things. Helping others, helping animals, helping people, helping magical beings, whatever. Maybe continuing her guardian work at the Mystic Isles, things like that. I haven't seen the final in a while, so if I'm forgetting anything, I apologise. Any establishing thing to do with the future, but she did defeat the evil Queen Vor and did all that. I know that. I just haven't seen it in a while. But yeah, so with her design, I thought she would be more comfortable in a more of an adventurous outfit. I gave her a sword, to help her with, tricky situations. And she's almost sort of like a adventuring knight type character. But yeah, so I wanted her to be still Sophia, still girly, keeping her scallop pattern on her skirt, as well as her like pearl detail, but making it so that she's comfortable and can move around when she's adventuring, off into the wilderness or Minimus. Maybe she'd bring her other animal friends along with her. I don't know. But yeah, so she's sort of up in the air when it comes to terms of what she would be doing as a career, because her career is being a princess, but she already had so many things that she was doing as a child. I don't know what she would be doing as an adult. So yeah, this is my Sophia. Here she is. I hope you like her. Up next we have Princess Amber, Sophia's sister. For Amber, her styling was a lot easier for me to figure out, as Amber is a quintessential princess. She loves fashion, she loves jewels, and I wanted her to appear very regal, as she would be queen at this point. So I've designed her look taking inspiration from Elizabethan and Tudor dresses, giving her a big ruff around her neck. I think this is called a ruff, or it's like some sort of fan around the back of her neck, like Queen Elizabeth I would have worn. Kept her gold palette, made her a little bit more golder than she usually is. She wears more of a green-yellow in the series, but I wanted her to be a bit more regal, so I made it a bit more gold. Her hair is in a style similar to the kind of styles that you would see in the Rococo or Georgian period, and I decorated it with plenty of flowers. I was going to give her a crown, but I couldn't figure out how to sit it on her head properly without it looking strange. Sophia also doesn't have a tiara or crown in my drawing. I think I just found it difficult to place them on their heads. I have trouble drawing crowns. I think that's what I've learned through drawing these characters. But yeah, I assume that they would wear crowns and stuff for special occasions, but these are more like everyday outfits. So, I mean, her everyday outfit is a gown, but that's Amber, that's what she's like. So yeah, this is my Amber design. Of course, she would be queen. She was born before her twin brother James, so she is in line to the throne, and she is perfect for it. She has probably learned so much more since the series on how to look after people and how to be a good queen, and I think she is a great character. She is my favourite Sofia the First character, and I have nothing much else to say about this other than I love Amber, and Amber is the best. Up next we have Prince James. After James realised that he wasn't going to become king, the series sort of established that he wanted to carry on and become a knight. So that's what I have made him. I decided to make him a knight. He is not wearing armour because I do not feel like drawing armour. But I assume that he would wear armour and wear a proper knight's get-up when he's actually doing his job. But this is his typical everyday prince outfit. For this outfit, I looked at a lot of different sort of stereotypically princely outfits online on Pinterest, and this is sort of a mishmash of a lot of different ones. So there's sort of elements from lots of different types of military outfit. I think this sort of style is very sort of Victorian, I'm guessing. Victorian military, potentially Regency, to get more specific. I don't think it actually is that specific. I'm not 100% on my history facts, but that's like the general idea that I get from this. But yeah, so he was pretty easy to do. He's a guy. He's the only guy I've drawn in this video, and I did not want to draw any other male characters because I don't enjoy drawing them that much. But yeah, so I would say that he would be a typical knight. He would go out exploring, adventuring, helping people. He probably goes off and does a lot of things with Sofia. I would have thought he'd help her out with a lot of things, or she'd help him. Maybe he carries on doing the flying derby, but more in a professional sense. I don't know. He's an interesting character because he doesn't have as much depth as his sisters, but he's sort of established as kind of like a happy-go-lucky, typical boy that loves explosions and fighting and spikes and, you know, things like that. So I assume that he would have grown up a little bit. Not in the terms of like he literally grew up, yes he did, but I mean in the terms of that he probably matured. Not too much though, because his father is quite childish, so I thought that he'd still be playful, he'd still be the typical James character. He'd be like a fun uncle. That's the vibe I get. But yeah, there isn't much else to say about him. This is my design. Yeah, this is James. Next we have a bit of a different character. We have Cedric's niece, Calista. Calista appears, I think, a little bit later on in the series, and she doesn't appear very often. She's a younger child than Sofia and her siblings, but she is a sorceress child, I guess. I decided to design her because I thought that she would potentially be the new royal sorcerer taking over from Cedric. So I thought, in terms of how the castle works and everything, I wanted to design her. And also, I think the white hair at the front is super cool, and I just really wanted to draw it. So yeah, so this is my design for Calista. I kept her typical, you know, red outfit. I went for a more medieval, sort of whimsical look for her. I gave her this sun and moon, well, actually not sun and moon, star and moon sort of emblems and earrings to give her like a mystical, magical look. So yeah, I assume that she would still be working with Cedric. Cedric would probably not give up his job for a while, but she'd be his sort of assistant in the castle. And from the looks of it as well, on the new series for Sofia the First Royal Magic, it seems as Sofia would be also learning magic, which I think is interesting, because that means that Sofia may also potentially become a sorcerer herself. So I didn't know that back when I was drawing these designs. Who knows, maybe I'll draw another version of Sofia where she's actually a sorcerer. Who knows? But yeah, so this is my Calista. This is one of my favourite drawings to do. I like how sort of flowy she seems. She's a fun character. I can imagine her growing into sort of a pranky teen. She'd be getting on Cedric's nerves, I'm sure. And I really like her character, so yeah. Also, side note, the English accents in this show are actually crazy. From being an English person myself, Sometimes they get actual English actors in and they sound great. Cedric didn't sound great in the first season, but he sounded a lot better as it went on. But oh my god, Calista's voice is not, she does not sound British.
Cedric, don't I? I asked Mummy to make my hair look just like his.
So yeah, that's just a side note. I just have to say it. Watching it as a British person, there's a few other accents within the show that are a little bit off. But yeah. Anyway, side note over. This is Calista. I hope you like her. Now we're on to what I would call a bonus round for characters. These two characters I have chosen purely because I just wanted to design them grown up. And they are side characters, and the first character is Lucinda the Witch. I really like Lucinda. I think she's a really fun character, and I love her design as well, so I just really wanted to draw her. I'm okay with this drawing. It's probably one of my least favourites from this series that I've done. However, I do very much enjoy her big braids. I wanted to make her as whimsical and witchy as I could without making her seem evil, because she's not evil. She's a good witch, and yeah, so this is my rough design. I don't have much thought when it comes to the future of Lucinda as a character. I assume that she would do something like travelling, fortune telling, or potion selling. She would be a potion seller.
Hello, potion seller.
But yeah, so I looked at her mother's outfit, and I looked at her original outfit, and I took inspiration from sort of Stuart period and sort of the witch trial era of clothing, and also Halloween outfits. So I just a bit of a mishmash of stuff for her outfit here. I probably would redesign it if I did her again, but I do like it. I tried to keep all her same colours that she wore, and yeah, so this is Lucinda. I've given her some piercings and lots of jewellery. I still think she'd be a bit of a prankster, but she'd mean well. She means well. She's a good witch. So yeah, this is her. Yay! Last but not least, we have the mermaid princess, Oona. Again, like Lucinda, I chose to design an adult version of Oona because she was interesting. I really wanted to draw a mermaid, so that's what I did. With Oona, again, like I said before, I haven't watched this series in a little while, and I haven't watched the Floating Palace and other mermaid episodes for a while, so I can't remember exactly very specific parts of her character from the top of my head. I do remember, however, that her comb was very important and had some sort of magical power to it, so I have included that in her design. So that is why she is still wearing it. Her design really doesn't have much else to it other than she is older, she's a mermaid. I made her hair longer, more voluminous. I kept her colour scheme like I did with all the other characters. And I've just given her a bit of jewellery and stuff. For her future, I don't think she wouldn't be queen because she has an older sister. I assume she would be doing similar stuff to what Sofia is doing on land, but in the ocean. Adventuring, helping sea creatures and other mermaids. So yeah, I'd be interested to see if they bring her back in the new series because I love mermaids. And yeah, so a bit of a quicker one of explanation. Basically just wanted to draw a cool mermaid. And here she is, here's Oona. So those are all of my designs. Sorry this was a bit more of a rambly video, but I've had this in the back burner for a while, and I kind of just wanted to get it out here. I love Sophia, I love the series. I haven't watched all of Elena of Avalor yet, so I need to get around to watching that. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what your favourite Sofia the First characters are, and if you're excited for the new series coming out. I want to know if there's any Sofia the First fans that are older, like me, and still love the show. But yeah, so thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye!